Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Carry number 9.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Sacker down by the end line. Puts us across. Lose your eye! And just like that, 1-1. Now Elders may look to take a shot. He does, and he buries it! Steps up, and just like that, Reed Dennis comes up big. Lose your eye, 1-on-1. Lose your eye. Oh, he'll be taken down inside the box.
Knocked back in. Nationals got it. Bicycle kick for a goal!
Now Sacker. Sacker into the 18. Sacker shot. That goes off the goalkeeper's glove into the net. 2-1 here in the 32nd. This one played in. That's a good ball. That one goes in. And just like that, the Nationals now have a 1-0 lead. Walensky puts his far post. One-touch opportunity. And what a great goal that was.
Joaquin Beatty of Ohio League.
Look at that shot from Sevi Roy. My goodness, Sevi Roy with a left-footed banger.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Northwestern is up from 12, now at 10.
Voice of Michigan Student Athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic students can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game. We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while maintaining a high level of respect for all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Are you looking to take your game to the next level? Did you know that MSN is now offering player recruitment videos? Our packages include a player profile where you show your preferred positions, the club, the league, or school that you play in, your current coach contact information, and more. The highlight videos could be self-submitted, 15 to 30 clips that will be put into a 3 to 7 minute long video. Video review of your Huddle, VO, or other platforms that you might have video on, as well as for an additional charge, MSN can come out and film games for you to create those clips. Our coach evaluation process, which is also an additional charge, where we have college coaches from various levels across the United States that will review your game film and provide feedback on how to improve that film, as well as also evaluating your play and what you can improve on. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Our mission is to help players take their game to the next level and reach their potential. Not only do we help develop fundamental technical skills such as ball control in tight spaces with different surfaces, dribbling at speed and changing direction, using a variety of 1v1 skills to create space, receiving on a half turn, hook turn, and out of the air, finishing off the dribbling, one-touch, volleys, and headers. We help players get comfortable performing these skills at game speed with pressure and with both their dominant and non-dominant foot. In addition, we help players with their speed of play, awareness of space, defenders and teammates, and also dominate with our off-the-ball movement. We offer a variety of services such as one-on-ones, small groups, large groups, as well as team sessions. We have an experienced coaching staff that is professional, friendly, patient, while still holding players to high standards and holding them accountable. No matter what level you're at as a player, I'm confident we can help you get better. Over the past 3 years, we've built one of the best soccer-specific training facilities in the country and developed one of the most detail-oriented programs to help out players. Visit our website.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
In for Baccarat, and that goes in! Hugo Baccarat gives Flint City a 3-2. Buckley, the ball falls to Buckley. One-on-one with Etheridge. What a save! Welcome into the first ever MSN All-State Media Day for girls soccer. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrett. Ball comes in, a good head! 1-0! Shot, another save from Etheridge! Rebound, and it goes in the back of the net. The Bulldogs up 1-0! Burzma, but then for Vlasma! 3-0! Stewart Heiss with a shot! Upper 90 and in! Effectively today here on the Michigan Soccer Network, we are launching our new division of player recruitment videos. Mario Canoe now finds Stock. Stock's got a left-footed banger. He shoots it! It's in! The Red Hawks equalize! Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Sacker down by the end line. Puts us across. Lose your eye! And just like that, 1-1. Now Elders may look to take a shot. He does, and he buries it! Steps up, and just like that, Reed Dennis comes up big. Lose your eye, 1-on-1. Lose your eye. Oh, he'll be taken down inside the box.
Knocks back in. Nationals got it. Bicycle kick for a goal!
Now Sacker. Sacker into the 18. Sacker shot. That goes off the goalkeeper's glove into the net. 2-1 here in the 32nd. This one played in. That's a good ball. And that one goes in. And just like that, the Nationals now have a 1-0 lead. Walensky puts his far post. One-touch opportunity. And what a great goal that was.
Joaquin Beatty of Ohio League.
Look at that shot from Sevi Roy. My goodness, Sevi Roy with a left-footed banger.
are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Northwestern is up from 12, now at 10.
Voice of Michigan Student Athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We were responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic students can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game. We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while maintaining a high level of respect for all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Are you looking to take your game to the next level? Did you know that MSN is now offering player recruitment videos? Our packages include a player profile where you show your preferred positions, the club, the league, or school that you play in, your current coach contact information, and more. The highlight videos could be self-submitted, 15 to 30 clips that will be put into a 3 to 7 minute long video. Video review of your Huddle, VO, or other platforms that you might have video on, as well as for an additional charge, MSN can come out and film games for you to create those clips. Our coach evaluation process, which is also an additional charge, where we have college coaches from various levels across the United States that will review your game film and provide feedback on how to improve that film, as well as also evaluating your play and what you can improve on. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Our mission is to help players take their game to the next level and reach their potential. Not only do we help develop fundamental technical skills such as ball control in tight spaces with different surfaces, dribbling at speed and changing direction, using a variety of 1v1 skills to create space, receiving on a half turn, hook turn, and out of the air, finishing off the dribbling, one-touch, volleys, and headers. We help players get comfortable performing these skills at game speed with pressure and with both their dominant and non-dominant foot. In addition, we help players with their speed of play, awareness of space, defenders and teammates, and also dominate with their off-the-ball movement. We offer a variety of surfaces such as one-on-ones, small groups, large groups, as well as team sessions. We have an experienced coaching staff that is professional, friendly, patient, while still holding players to high standards and holding them accountable. No matter what level you're at as a player, I'm confident we can help you get better. Over the past 3 years, we've built one of the best soccer-specific training facilities in the country and developed one of the most detail-oriented programs to help out players. Visit our website.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister.
I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
And we are live on the Michigan Soccer Network. Some more MHSAA soccer action coming your way. And what really is considered the SEC of high school soccer in the state of Michigan. The OAA Red Conference Showdown between Troy High School and Rochester Adams. Hello, everybody, and welcome in. Nate Wangler with you tonight. Well, we have 2 top 10 teams ready to show down in this one today. Undefeated Troy High coming into this game 6-0-0 overall. But on the other side, probably their hardest test of the 2024 season so far, the emerging Rochester Adams, looking for their second state title in what would be 3 years for that program. We can start off with Troy High, though. They bumped up 2 spots from number 5 to number 3 on the MSN Top 25 rankings in Division I after remaining perfect with a 3-1 win over Rochester High School their last time out. Adam Spinks, entering his second season as the head coach at Troy High, has this team trending in the right direction. And so far this year, the offense has been flowing and the defense has been exactly where it's needed to be. On the other side for Rochester Adams, 6-1-3 coming into this matchup. They are loaded with Division I talent. They actually just recently added a few players coming back from the academy to join this team. And we got to talk about their goaltender a little bit too. Reed Dennis, standing at 6'4", 6'5" on the roster, but we all know about roster heights. Probably trying to play him up a little bit, but trust me, his game stands at 6'4" as well. 2-1-1 in conference play, just 4th in the OAA Red. But the one thing you should understand about this conference, it is tough to win games in this conference. And if there's one team that's known how to make deep postseason runs, it has been this squad. Josh Hickey, who's had a few state titles, whether it be with the women's program or the men's program, looking to get Rochester Adams back to the promised land at the end of this season. They've been on a decent stretch as of late, winning 3 of their previous 5 matchups while falling to Troy Athens 2-0 and drawing with Oxford their last time out 1-1. Oxford currently undefeated and sitting second in the conference behind Troy High. So looking to get back on the right track, and we talk about all the individual talent on this squad. Once they mesh, if there's one team you should definitely look out for, it is this Rochester Adams squad. Well, coming up next, we got starting lineups. We'll also get our nation's anthem into the mix, and then it should be all sorted
sorts of fun here tonight. It's Adams and it's Troy High, another OAA Red battle as we figure out who comes out on top at the end of this 2024 season right here on the Michigan Soccer Network.
He'll cut it back on his left foot, and that goes in! Towards the 6, a one-time shot, and it's 2. Now one with Everett! What a save! One-time shot! My goodness! One finds his way to the back. Left-footed banger. He shoots it. It's in!
And we're back here on the Michigan Soccer Network. Nate Wangler with you, flying the plane solo here tonight. Top 10 matchup between two teams that have state championship hopes come the end of this regular season. And I don't think it's too far of a stretch to say that maybe this battle will go a long way into deciding who comes out on top in the OAA Red at the end of the season. You got to give it to Troy a little bit. It is hard to get through 6 games overall on the season, let alone a handful of games in this conference, and still haven't lost a game. But when it comes to their toughest tests of the year, not quite sure it gets any tougher than this. We'll allow our starting lineups to get introduced here from our public address announcer. Then we'll get our nation's anthem into the mix, and then we'll bring you back for game time. Should be a showdown, as always, as it is in this conference when we come back. Starting lineups, nation's anthem, and then it's game time here between Troy and Rochester on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Number 13, R.J. Pompa. Number 14, Maxwell Pratt. Number 15, Samuel Pesentini. Number 16, Joey Honigberg. Number 17, Alex Rosen. Number 18, Will Kelly. Number 19, Diego Monter-Ugarte. Number 20, Owen DeCracker. Number 21, Jameson Smith. Number 23, June Choi. Number 24, Salvatore Ginotto. And number 25, Cameron Pisey. The Highlanders are coached by Josh Hickey. He's assisted by Brian Fitzgerald, Kip Pichelle, and Dustin Coleman. And now let's meet the home team for tonight's match, your Troy Colts. Number 0, Simeon Coleman. Number 1, Tyler Hazlett. Number 2, Zarin Ahmed. Number 3, Cole Kuzmano. Number 4, Ryam Ahmed. Number 6, Brendan Stewart. Number 7, Graham Ballman. Number 8, Noah Kamagunga. Number 9, Johnny Worrell. Number 10, Clay Kuzmano. Number 11, Nick Kamagunga. Number 12, Amir Sanduk. Number 13, Blake Kuiper. Number 14, Mateo Coronado. Number 15, Leo Penoza. Number 16, Jacob Liu. Number 17, Casey Mucci. Number 18, Santi Coronado. Number 19, Aiden Scottick. Number 21, Garrett Stewart. Number 22, Noel Laroquette. Number 23, Andrew Paulowski. And number 24, Hakeem Malia. The Colts are coached by Adam Spinks, and he's assisted by Omar Ibrahim and Matt Mandarino. And at this time, if you would all please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats as we honor our nation with the playing of our national anthem.
Well, it's a clash of titans, a heavyweight bout, whatever it is you want to call it. That's exactly what we have here tonight between Troy and Rochester Adams. Michigan Soccer Network. Want to extend a big thank you to everybody joining us on this broadcast here tonight. Troy on the right side of your screen, dressed in their all-black unis. On the other side in the all-whites, Rochester Adams. And if history tells us anything, these two programs will certainly be in the fight come season's end. You want to talk about measuring stick games. You want to talk about games that will give you an understanding as to what you have to do to make that postseason run come season's end. This is the game right here between these two squads, number 3 and number 7, as you see in the top left part of your screen. They actually recently just had the rankings show on the Michigan Soccer Network. You'd be amazed just how many teams in this conference alone right now are appearing in that top 25, actually in the top 10 alone. Troy High, number 3. Oxford, number 4. Troy Athens, the reigning D1 state champs, at number 6. Rochester Adams at number 7. And rounding out that list, Berkeley High School, the reigning conference champs and district champs, at number 9. So we're going to figure out a lot, not only about these teams, but the other teams that are playing here tonight on the Michigan Soccer Network. It is a busy night on this Tuesday as we get ready for action. Looks like Troy's ready to roll again. Adams on the left side of your screen. Our focus in this game here tonight, Reed Dennis, number 1, who will be in goal for Adams. You saw him on the left side of your screen. Obviously passes the eye test, standing at 6'4", coming back from playing for the Nationals. He's an academy kid. He has D1 aspirations, has not decided quite yet exactly where he's going to go, but the point is he's getting a lot of attention from a lot of different places. And when you talk about goaltenders and how important that position is to help you win, clearly size-wise and ability-wise, there's a lot there and a lot of promise when you have him in goal. Troy will open it up. And what has turned out to be a gorgeous night for soccer here on this Tuesday. Starting to get a little bit cooler out, but we're underway. Two top 10 teams here over on the east side of the state. Adams and Troy. I know normally during pregame, sometimes off-air, we talk about predictions about how certain games will go. I'm going to say it's going to be close between these two. Now, whether that's a shootout or a defensive showdown, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Troy handling the ball here in the Adams zone, just 30 seconds into this first half. Again, for the Colts so far in the season, 6-0-0 overall. Only 3 conference games, but they won all of them. 3-0 so far. Right now, first, the OAA Red Conference. Of course, their last win really helping them out in those top 10 standings. 3-1 win over Rochester High School, bumping them from number 5 to number 3 in Division I in the state of Michigan, as Reed Dennis breaks out the bazooka and sends that one to the other side. Just a minute into this first half. Adam Spinks, the head coach, though, for Troy High School. Second season with this program. Actually grew up overseas, a ton of international experience. Free kick coming up here for Adams. Mateo Coronado on the defensive end that time for Troy. Got a little bit too much of the foot. And it's a set piece inside the 30 here for Adams. I believe this is Brian Yu. Lobs one towards the net. Good stand that time for the defensive front by Troy as it rolls back out towards midfield. Just 2 minutes into half number 1 as this one rolls on goal, and it's picked up there. Simeon Kolev in goal for the Colts here in this one tonight. A little bit more about Adam Spinks, though. Actually grew up in Birmingham, England. Played youth soccer at Stoke City. So played overseas for several seasons. Eventually climbed his way all the way up to the UEFA Champions League, the UEFA Europa League. Eventually was offered a contract in Spain, played for a couple of different teams out there, 3 years before making the transition over to the United States, and obviously has been here ever since. Played for Detroit City FC, FC Tucson, as well as the Michigan Stars, and now coaching over here at Troy High School and trying to get them to the promised land. They've had a lot of good seasons in the last handful of years. It's just a matter of finishing in the postseason. It's interesting when you look at the history between these two teams, at least the recent history, it has been controlled for the most part by Troy. Won 4 out of the last 6 meetings, majority of those coming in the regular season. Drew once with them, but the one loss in that stretch of time against Rochester Adams, and this is a common trend for this school. Even if they're a few spots down in conference play, the one thing they've really figured out how to do in this program under Josh Hickey is win in the postseason. State champions in 2022, and that one loss, that was a big one. This one out of bounds near side. Throw in for Adams towards midfield. So we approach 4 minutes into this first half. Adams was able to actually bounce Troy from the postseason last year, opening round of the regionals 4-3 in shootouts. And keep in mind, that was a season where Troy actually beat Adams in the regular season, so it was kind of a redemption win in that way for Adams. So it's kind of multiple facets to this ball game here today. Yes, you want to win it, but even if you lose it on the other side, depending on who that is, or even if you draw, talk about the two coaches and Adam Spinks and Josh Hickey. There is a lot to learn from these two sides, depending on whatever way the result actually goes. This film session is going to be really important when you look towards the postseason. I don't think it's too far out of the realm of possibility to see these two teams maybe go head-to-head somewhere in the near future. Kind of a feeling out process in this first half. Ahmed back towards midfield. Now eclipsing 5 minutes in this first half, 5:04. So far this season for Troy, though, offense has come in bunches. Been able to cultivate an offense that really runs like water. Trying to give you a visual of how things are going, holding things down on the defensive side too. 13 goals while conceding just 3 so far on this season, but with the offensive prowess and individual talent that Adams brings to the table, it'll be a little bit harder of a test to try and maintain that in this ballgame tonight. Adams, a methodical approach. Now a deep lob as they let a few different players run after it. Chance for a shot, and it gets in! Salvatore Donato, the Ohio State commit. The Buckeye breaks the scoreless tie. 1-0 Adams, just 6 minutes in. It was a deep lob. They allowed the Ohio State commit and Donato to chase after it and just chips one up over the head of Kolev. And into the back of the net. And just like that, Adams strikes first, just 6 minutes in. And you have to imagine for Adam Spinks, that wasn't the game plan coming in. You don't want to allow Adams the opportunity to get out in front and set the pace. That is a massive momentum swinging goal just 6 minutes into this one. Troy does their own attempt to try and move it up the field quickly. Dennis Reed, or Reed Dennis, that is, doesn't have to move much for that one. Draped in the baby blue here tonight with those red gloves. It's always interesting to see the different colored kits that the goalies wear. He's going with the baby blue here tonight. Kolev on the other side with the purple. Troy inching their way across the 50. Nick Kamugunga is the one that had that one kicked out of bounds. Now approaching 7 minutes into this first half. But clearly with the speed of these forwards for Rochester, Adams, they can almost kind of rely on those deep lobs. Just allow their forwards to go get at it. And maybe a look there at Salvatore Donato and what exactly he brings to this team. Of course, he's not the only one that's getting major college looks on this Adams team. You go down the roster. Anthony Pesentini be going to Western Michigan next year. Anthony Page, another senior on this Adams team, all district last season. You have to imagine he's getting some looks at some colleges. This one out of bounds near side. Zarin Ahmed unable to catch up to it. Logan Lilla heading to Detroit Mercy next season. So they center it here. Pulowski intervening momentarily. And it's a pretty clear whistle. Looked like a hold that time on Zarin Ahmed. Free kick for Adams just across 8 minutes here in half number one. Maxwell Kraft, who started as a freshman on this Adams team. Alex Rosen, who is committed to Notre Dame come next year. That's a very successful soccer program in the Division I ranks in the NCAA. Actual national runner-ups last season were the Fighting Irish of ND. Near side throw-in. Carlos Carrillo drops it off here for Zarin Ahmed as we approach 10 minutes into half number one. Jamison Smith, another one of those names that came back from the academy to play for this Adams High School team. In a way, at least you kind of get the sense over the last couple of weeks, it's like they're trying to get the Avengers together to try and go out and get yet another state title. Last one coming back in that 2022 season. Josh Hickey, the head coach of this Adams squad. Of Graduated from Oakland University, Southeast Michigan native. Been coaching this Adams High School team since 2008. He is a cornerstone of obviously not only this team, but of the community in general. Currently serves actually both the men's and women's soccer coach, which a little bit easier to do when you consider both teams playing different seasons. Men in the fall, women in the spring. Near side, Troy High with a throw in, now officially 10 minutes into the first half. Of course, while doubling as a head coach for both programs, he's actually cultivated two pretty solid soccer cultures on both the men's and women's side. Troy looking for a cross. This one's lofted out of bounds. Cole Cosmano had that one deflected, and it'll be a corner kick here for Troy High, down one, just across 10 minutes, 10 and a half into the first half. After that early goal by Donato, an important one to try to get some semblance of that momentum back. Crossed into the box, body's there. Header back towards the middle, and a nice save. Full extension, Reed Dennis, using all of that 6'4" frame to get the hands on that one. There's actually a couple of different headers back towards the middle. Good positioning on that one. Aiden Zajic, right place, right time, just not quite far enough out of the reach. The 6'4" goaltender and Dennis keeps it at a 1-0 lead just across 11 minutes in. That last title for Adams, 2022, that was actually their first soccer title since 1999. Of course, it was 9 years after that state title that Josh Hickey ended up taking over the program, and it's pretty much been up and up ever since. And it's interesting when you consider the current position of both of these two teams. It was actually Adams that finished 4th in the conference in that 2022 season. Then ended up going on that playoff run to add that first title since 1999. It's not the first time they've made a trip in the coaching tenure, though, of Josh Hickey. They've made actually a couple of different runs to the state championship. 12 and a half into half number one. 1-0 lead here for Adams. Set piece here on the 10. And in a game with two really strong defenses, a 2-goal lead early in this game might give Adams enough mo, maybe not to cruise, but really dominate the flow and the tempo of this game. The biggest goal was the first one. Now looking to add to it and let their defense do the work. Sent on net and over the top crossbar. Tried to bang it in from that distance. Believe that was Anthony Page. Just missed over the top of the goal, 13-22, and it'll be Simeon Kolev to kick this one away. Of course, last year for Adams, the then reigning state champion Highlanders struggled to find their groove at certain points last season. Started off hot, won their first 4 games, and then towards the middle of the season was where things started to teeter off a little bit. Trying to reverse that order this season, just a 500 record in conference coming into this one, or rather 2-1-1, as this one well out of play. Goal kick coming up for Kolev. We're talking about how similar the position was in 2022. Actually just finished 4th in the conference before going on to that championship, but 5-7 in one stretch to end that campaign for Adams. But of course, like many teams before them, managed to find some answers when they needed them. Rattling off consecutive victories, Romeo, Utica, Eisenhower. Back towards the middle, feet a little bit too strong. Anthony Page was the one bearing down towards the goal. Kolev scoops it up and gets ready to kick it away, a third of the way in to half number 1. Back-to-back victories over Romeo and Utica Eisenhower last year for Adams, before earning themselves yet another district crown and ultimately falling to Troy Athens in the regionals in 2023. And one of the things that Adams has that they want to put on display in this game today is speed. And once again, looking for old Salvatore. Salvatore Donato trying to feed his way through a couple of defenders. Feed just a little bit too strong as it rolls into goal here for Simeon Kolev. Will most certainly be having a busy night here tonight. Right before the beginning of the game, though, we were talking about the strength of schedule for the OAA Red, and it makes it so hard for these teams to really separate themselves during the regular season, and that's the tough thing. Even when you get to the end of the year, really 1 through 5 could go on a run, maybe even somewhere beyond that. There's a lot of learning going on here today. Troy looking to cross it back towards the middle. Graham Bauman was in a good spot, but shut off quickly here by the defense for Adams as it rolls back out towards midfield. 16:40 into this first half. Lobbed in towards goal, bodies there, and shots wide. Yasir Hamdan, backside. Had an opportunity and just looped that one up and wide. Excellent feed in a good spot, just couldn't finish the opportunity off. Reed Dennis try to flip the field positioning here. Of course, it was after that 2022 championship. I'm talking about Josh Hickey, the head coach of this Rochester Adams team. The first thing that he said was he actually praised the OAA Red for the level of soccer competition that happens within the conference. If there's one way to really get your team tuned up for a potential playoff run, it's by playing talented teams throughout the course of the regular season. And in this conference, you really have no choice. This play whistled dead. Free kick for Troy, 18:03 into the first half. But the most recent D1 rankings released by MSN, 5 teams overall. Again, we were talking 1 through 5. Well, they're all in the top 10, at least at this point. Deep drive into the Adams territory. But Troy High right now atop that list at number 3, undefeated in conference play, right now on top of the conference. Oxford just a step behind them at number 4. Troy Athens, who actually won the Division I state championship just a season ago, they're at number 6. Rochester Adams at 7, and then Berkeley High School rounding out the list at number 9 in those Division I rankings. Josh Hickey was very complimentary during that 22 season, said one of the best conferences in the state. Prepared this team for that postseason push. Many of the other teams in those rankings, of course, residing in this conference alone. And can Troy generate something here? That was Graham Bauman again fighting for the ball. Has it chipped away from him? Back line for Rochester Adams has been an issue all season for opposing teams. Of course, the big question comes in when you talk about adding players towards the middle of the season. This one skipped past Dennis and out of bounds. He'll get one to boot away as we're halfway into this first half. The biggest question is when you start adding players throughout the course of the season, how do they mesh with their teammates? It's one thing to have individual talent. It's another thing to be able to put that together and go out and win. And clearly tonight, given that quick strike in just the first minutes of this game, it seems like for the meantime, they're starting to find some answers. Adams controlling the ball in their own zone. Talking about head coach Josh Hickey for this Adams team, though. Did win a state championship with the men's team in 22, but also added a state championship for the other program. The women's team won a state title in 2023. Two 2-0 shutout win, and that one over Heartland to collect the state title. It's actually a really good story on MLive about a lot of the players that program produced sending letters, personal letters to that team. The day before they were set to go out and play Heartland for that state championship game. Really helped rally the troops, ultimately get them that state title. But if there's one sport that Rochester Adams has certainly separated themselves in, it is the sport of soccer. And again, not just on the men's side, but on the women's side as well. Of course, since 2008, Josh Hickey's collected a lot of hardware. Kolev rockets this one back towards midfield. We bleed past 22 minutes into this first half. 1-0 lead for Adams. That came Salvatore Donato. Just 5:58 into half number one. Led him with a deep pass. He was able to find the back of the net. But with Hickey, district titles 2023, 22, 19, 15. Rattled off 3 from 13 through 15, then 2010, 2009, just 2 seasons after he joined the program in 2008. A couple of semifinal appearances, made a state finals appearance in 2014, but it was really 3 separate trips to the semis or beyond before that 2022 season, finally able to get over the hump, and now kind of in a point as a program to where they want to make that almost kind of a tradition. You know, there are certain schools that there's just an expectation that they're going to be able to make those deep postseason runs come season's end, and that's kind of the point Adams is at. They want to be a perennial contender, and for the most part they have been. Physical play from the backside. The aforementioned Salvatore Donato playing a little bully ball and gets whistled down with 23:46 into half number one. Of course, want to say thank you to everybody joining us here on the Michigan Soccer Network here tonight. And go on YouTube, see recaps, highlights from this game as well as all the other games. Talk about some of the other scores coming up a little bit later. Whole lot of soccer action. 3 different games going on simultaneously right now on the Michigan Soccer Network. We'll have recaps, highlights from this game. You can also check out the entire game files. We actually have a card presented. That one will be against Anthony Pesentini. So a yellow, or rather, Ryan Ahmed for Troy. Check that. So first card of the game, and it's from Ahmed. An aggressive play from the back. And he will have to step off. Troy may be getting a little frustrated here on the defensive side. They've had a couple of good opportunities early in this game, just haven't been able to convert on them. Nick Kamugunga had a real opportunity earlier in the game. Here's Donato, crosses. As bodies in front, can Troy clear it away? Still in trouble here. And now finally able to get it out of their own zone. Alex Rosin was the one handling it there momentarily. Donato looking far side for Lilla. Kicked out of harm's way here for Troy. Adams just probing here. Inside of 15 minutes to go until halftime. Coming up at half, we'll take a look back at how everything went down in half number one. Just one goal right now separating these two sides. And while we had an idea there might be some offensive fireworks in this game, I wouldn't be shocked to see a low-scoring battle at the same exact time. Just two really good teams canceling each other out at least through these first 25 and some change. This one knuckles on net. Donato giving the sauce to a couple of different Troy players, but has it still stolen away at the very last second. Talk a lot about Salvatore Donato, though. Again, just one of the names on that list for Adams. Will be going to Ohio State next year to play for the Buckeyes. What a shame. I'm just joking. It's a Michigan-based broadcast. Got to give me a little grace. Throw in here for Adams. And obviously every time or any time you get to play in the Big Ten, that tells you all you need to know about the talent base of that particular player. And obviously Donato's been one of the main offensive threats for this Adams team all year long. Nate Wangler with you for this one here tonight. Corey Bird producing here in the studio. Jonathan Turner back with us here on MSN. Giovanni Mosheri, Dan Stickrat. Alex Johnson also working a game here tonight for MSN. We can get a look at some of those other games that are going on here in a little bit. Approaching just 10 minutes to go in this first half. But a perfect night here at Troy High in what has been a pretty good couple of weeks, at least weather-wise, here in the state of Michigan. Troy trying to tic-tac-toe their way up the field here. Last season for the Colts, though, got off to a rough start in the first season under Adam Spinks, winning just 2 of their first 7 matchups. But at the end of the year, started to get that camaraderie and started to flow a lot more. Went on a 6-2 run to finish the 2023 season. Back-to-back victories over Birmingham Groves and Ferndale to begin their playoff push, before falling in the crosstown showdown against Troy Athens 3-2 in overtime in what was the district final. I know a couple of people, few friends that actually went to Troy High School, and the one thing they always talk about is the soccer culture at that school. Football, not nearly as big as soccer. And historically speaking, obviously they've been in a lot of deep runs and they've produced a lot of college talent on top of that. That was a close battle in that game between Troy and Troy Athens in that district final. Ultimately came down to a clutch late goal in OT that ended up winning that one. A couple of different big saves. Obviously a heartbreaker that Troy's been thinking about, I'm sure, ever since. There's something to be said about putting yourself in a position to get to the promised land. They just haven't been able to get the job done. Of course, the program in general under new direction after the departure of 8-year head coach Jim Statura. Won a couple of different OAA Red Conference championships, 2021, 2022, won the district title, actually in both of those 2 seasons. Conference runner-up, district title appearance in 2020, so even towards the end of that 8-year career that he had as being the head man for Troy High School, there was a positive direction for this program, and obviously that's continued under the current regime with Adam Spinks. Matt Mandarino, Omar Ibrahim, the 2 assistants for this Troy team. The other side for Adams, Brian Fitzgerald. Kit Pitchell, Dustin Coleman, the assistants. Do we have another card here? Looks like we do. Let's get another look at this one. That is the second card for Troy in this first half. This time, it's Mateo Coronado. It's just been a tough stretch defensively so far for Troy, just trying to do everything they can to hold on the defensive side against an Adams team who's been applying all sorts of constant pressure here in this first half. Just under 10 minutes to go until we call it quits for halftime. See if Adams maybe can net one more. Get that much needed crucial momentum heading into the halftime break. Beautiful facility here at Troy High School. I've actually had the opportunity to do a couple of games here. The place that has seen and graduated a lot of soccer talent
Number 14, Mateo Coronado.
throughout the course of their existence. Cole Cusmano tosses into the box. Adams able to clear it away. Holding on to that slim 1-0 lead, and I'm sure regardless of whether you're Hickey or Spinks in this game, the message in a situation like this is it ain't over until it's over, and right now in a 1-0 lead, certainly not a safe one to rely on for either of these 2 teams. Adams reversing it into their own zone, plotting their next attack. Here with under 8 minutes to go in half number 1. Again, after the conclusion of this half, we'll take a look back at everything that went down in the first half. Reed Dennis It will be a big piece for this team moving forward. Anthony Page trying to feed his way through a triple team as it taken away. Approaching the 33rd minute. Carlos Carrillo. Back to him here on the right side as he centers it. Donato sends a rocket off the left foot. High and wide of the goal, stays a 1-0 lead. Here for Rochester, Adams, and if there's been one focus on the offensive side, it's certainly been him. And obviously the confidence not wavering at all. Takes that one himself, sends it off the left foot, high and wide. Kolev plays a little bit of small ball. Quickly approaching just 5 minutes to go in half number one. And I don't need to tell you guys this. Some of the biggest goals happen in the last 5 minutes and the first 5 minutes of each half. In terms of the Big Mo, it's the one thing you want to do here if you're the Troy Colts. Had some good opportunities early, but ever since then, the well is dried up for this offense. Jacob Liu, or rather, Cole Cosmano puts a boot into it. Black jerseys in front, kicked up, and Reed Dennis showing off the vert. Goes up and pulls that one in. Dennis already an unbelievable save a little bit earlier in this game. Couple of different deflections in front of goal. A header that was sent on in what looked like a good spot, but Dennis, full extension, able to pull it back in. And ultimately, when you look at the rest of the season and you start to game plan exactly what needs to be done to get to that next level and win those crucial games for Adams and do something that not many soccer programs have been able to do and capture 2 state titles in 3 seasons. Having a goaltender that's over 6'3" with the length and athleticism that Dennis presents in goal, that's a good start. And another yellow. That's our 3rd yellow of the first half. This time, it's to Anthony Page. Stepped in on the defensive side. Got a good chunk of Cole Cusmano. Sent off the pitch. Now at the 35th minute, getting a talking to here on the sidelines. Josh Hickey a little one-on-one. Trying to keep the key players in. Another one loft on goal. 2 headers, a 3rd chance that just scoots a little bit wide of, I believe, Jacob Liu, who was in front of the goal, and he's begging for an opportunity for a penalty kick. And it looked like he might have gotten chipped from behind and might have a legitimate gripe. Went for the rebound. We'll let you be the judge. Couple of headers. There's Liu. Oh. Yeah, I think he has a legitimate gripe. Nonetheless, play continues. Adams now with possession in their own side. Now maybe a critical turnover. Back towards the middle, drive on net, and Dennis, right spot, right time. Goes down and gets that one inside of 4 minutes now, 3:48 until we take a break. Dennis, a rugby punt. So that opportunity, the header earlier, the cross that was nearly in. Now Donato with space and room to potentially cross it. Chips it that direction. White jerseys up top. Physical play, but no whistle as Troy's able to work it out of their zone, at least momentarily. Just outside of 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Excellent tackle on the defensive side. This one scoots its way up the right sidelines. Now inside of 3 minutes. 2:55 to play. It's time to chip it back to Dennis, who picks it up and starts to direct traffic before tossing it out here near side to Carson Carrillo. Coming up after halftime, we'll give you a look at the score updates, the other games around the OAA Red. It's a deep conference schedule here tonight. A couple of other scores that will certainly be important when you look at the outlook of these two teams. Probably have some shifting around that top 10 coming up. They're really letting them play here tonight. And an offsides. Looked like a pretty clear offsides violation that time by Adams. Turns the ball over inside of 2 minutes, now 1:55. And in a lot of ways, that's kind of been the storyline of this first half, allowing these two teams to get at it a little bit. That whistle, for the most part, has been quiet. Certainly a free-flowing nature to this game right now, and it's not necessarily one side or the other. Both teams are getting it a little bit. Whoever said soccer wasn't a physical sport has clearly never seen an OAA showdown quite like this one. As it continues, that time it'll draw a whistle. Looks like Logan Lilla got upended on that one. Whistle stops play.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
68 seconds until we take a break. We follow the Michigan Soccer Network, not just on YouTube. You can also follow MSN on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook as well. Maybe MySpace. Get all your up-to-date action. Cross into the box, just too strong. Inside of a minute now, just 55 seconds. Troy will try to mount one more attack.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Of course, you see there at the very top of your screen, pretty sunset here tonight. As that'll bring the first half to a close. A few moments to enjoy that sunset. And for Rochester Adams to enjoy a 1-0 lead as we head to the half. Both teams talking things over here with the referee in the middle. He's letting them play here tonight. Just one goal in that first half. Salvatore Donato, the future OSU Buckeye, with a goal at 5:58. And that's our difference as we head into halftime. We'll give you some updates across the Michigan Soccer Network, give you a look at how the first half broke down when we come back. But for now, it's 1-0 Adams as we head into half number 2 here on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Are you looking to take your game to the next level? Did you know that MSN is now offering player recruitment videos? Our packages include a player profile where you show your preferred positions, the club, the league, or school that you play in, your current coach contact information, and more. The highlight videos could be self-submitted, 15 to 30 clips that will be put into a 3 to 7 minute long video. video review of your Huddle, VIO, or other platforms that you might have video on, as well as for an additional charge, MSN can come out and film games for you to create those clips. Our coach evaluation process, which is also an additional charge, where we have college coaches from various levels across the United States that will review your game film and provide feedback on how to improve that film, as well as also evaluating your play and what you can improve on. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in! Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Our mission is to help players take their game to the next level and reach their potential. Not only do we help develop fundamental technical skills such as ball control in tight spaces with different surfaces, dribbling at speed and changing direction, using a variety of 1v1 skills to create space, receiving on a half turn, hook turn, and out of the air, finishing off the dribbling, one-touch, volleys, and headers. We help players get comfortable performing these skills at game speed, with pressure, and with both their dominant and non-dominant foot. In addition, we help players with their speed of play, awareness of space, defenders and teammates, and also dominate with our off-the-ball movement. We offer a variety of services such as one-on-ones, small groups, large groups, as well as team sessions. We have an experienced coaching staff that is professional, friendly, patient, while still holding players to high standards and holding them accountable. No matter what level you're at as a player, I'm confident we can help you get better. Over the past 3 years, we've built one of the best soccer-specific training facilities in the country and developed one of the most detail-oriented programs to help out players. Visit our website.
Michigan Soccer Network, man! TCFC!
The sights, the sounds of historic Keyworth Stadium. There's nothing quite like it. Each week, Jonathan Turner and Neil Rule will break down the most recent Detroit City FC USL Championship match, taking a look at the Eastern Conference standings, looking ahead to their upcoming match, and much more. Watch the Detroit City FC recap show each week on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Let's go City on the Michigan Soccer Network. You are watching the Michigan Soccer Network. Come on, City.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
With just a 1-0 difference after that first half, the only goal, Salvatore Donato, 5:58 into half number one. We were trying to figure out who had the assist, Anthony Pesentini, and I should have known. Here goes Pesentini all the way from the 45, a deep lob. Donato using that speed, chips it up over the head of Kolev and into the back of the net. What was a big goal, not just for Donato, for that Adams team. Troy had a couple of chances, though. This header sent on net. An outstanding save by Reed Dennis. He's had a couple of them. Had another opportunity later. This one sent just high and wide. Kimugunga on that opportunity. And that brings us to our result here at the end of the first half. 1-0 lead in favor of Adams, and obviously they've done it on both sides. And that was kind of the expectation here tonight. Yeah, they have a lot of offensive numbers, but can they hold up in net? Can we see vintage Reed Dennis in action? And we've gotten all of that and then some. Beautiful skyline here tonight as the sun falls. Lights are on as we get ready for half number two. We'll take one more step aside, and then we'll figure out who comes out ahead in the second half here on the Michigan Soccer Network.
He'll cut it back on his left foot, and that goes in! Towards the six, a one-time shot, and it's 2-2. Now one with Etheridge, what a save! One-time shot! My goodness! One finds his way to the back. Starks got a left-footed banger. He shoots it! It's in!
And we are back live, Michigan Soccer Network, and maybe a light show here at Troy High School. I didn't know they had these. It's a party inside of Troy. We got 40 minutes left to go in this party. 1-0 lead in favor of Adams. Nate Wangler with you, Corey Bird producing our ball game here tonight. Also shout out Jonathan Turner back in the studio. He was out for a little bit dealing with some health issues, but he's back, he's intact, and he's ready to go. 1-0 advantage in favor of Adams. It was a physical first half between these two teams, Adams and Troy. 3 total yellow cards in half number 1, 2 of them belonging to Troy. Mateo Coronado, Ryan Ahmed, and then on the other side, Anthony Page was also given a yellow at the latter half of that first half. Free-flowing offense met by some pretty stout defense in the latter half of half number 1. What do we get to begin the second half? Adams kicks it off to begin. And much like in those first few moments in the first half, looking for the deep lob right out of the gate. And you're mentioning this back in the first half. Not too unrealistic to say this might be a preview of who exactly comes out on top in this conference. A drive on net, just over the top of the crossbar. I believe that was Carlos Carrillo who rifled that one towards the corner but just missed it. Here just outside of 30 seconds into this first half, 40-40 to go until the end. You have to imagine for this Adams team, kind of a sour taste in their mouth, considering the last time out drew in a 1-1 tie. Against Oxford. Oxford also in action here tonight, but 1-1 in that game. So we were talking about how comfortable they feel with that 1-0 lead. I'm guessing not very comfortable, because Troy, obviously with their start to the season, doesn't seem out of the ordinary for them to be able to climb back into it quickly. A little tug on the jersey and a whistle draws this play to a close, and a free kick in a pretty good spot here for Adams just moments into the second half. One thing that helps this squad out, quick striking offense. We saw it in the first half. Now inside of 2 minutes to begin half number 2, maybe can they put something else in the back of the net? And guess who? Salvatore Donato. Getting headed around. Now a turnaround kick. Soared high of the goal. Brady Adragna, that is, misses the top of the goal. Simeon Kolev to kick it away. And give credit where it's due for Kolev. Was in a couple of different positions in that first half. Was able to make a couple of different saves, maintained this 1-0 deficit, which we talked about is doable for Troy High School. With their offensive prowess, just have to kind of weather that storm from Adams to give yourself a chance. There's a good feed, but just a little bit too strong. Good job stepping on the defensive side. Laurel Kay cutting off the offensive opportunity, and a goal kick coming up here for Kolev. But a battle between number 1 in the OAA Red and Troy right now. Unless they can get it turned around in the second half, staring down their first loss of the 2024 season. And right now, number 4 in conference in Rochester Adams. And if you're joining us here in the second half, they've had a lot of late additions to this team. Deep in the defensive zone, sent out of bounds. That was Maxwell Kraft, the sophomore who started as a freshman on this team last year. Clears it out. Throw in a good spot here for Troy. And the sign of a good program is one that is able to get kids onto the varsity team in their first few years and develop them from there. Lobbing towards the box. And now a corner coming up here for Troy. Nick Kamagunga, the one to line up the corner. He had a few back in that first half. Can he get the 0 off the board here for Troy? Some pushing and shoving going on in front of the net. Not a shock between these two sides. Very competitive, very talented. This win would mean a lot on either end. Kamagunga, far side. header. Bats around a little bit before it finally squirts out of bounds, back towards the 20. It's about 5 minutes into the second half. Nate Wangler with you, Corey Bird on the 1s and 2s for this ball game tonight. Of course, on this Tuesday, got this game between Troy and Rochester Adams. Also got Bloomfield Hills taking on Royal Oak. Got Alex Johnson on that game here for MSN. This one knuckled on net, and the header just a little bit wide. The aforementioned Kamagunga looking for Pulowski. Charging at the far post, glances off his head and out of bounds. Reed Dennis, first opportunity to get his hands on the ball. Just past 5 minutes into half number 2. Also got Berkeley playing as well. Try to get a look at some of those scores as we roll along in this ball game. Of course, we can also take a look at what's coming up for both of these two sides. As we talked about with how competitive this conference is, the schedule never really quite gets any easier. Dennis showing off the power. 50-plus yard boot back towards midfield. Troy trying to flip positioning. That pass left a little bit too shy for Kamagunga. Give Troy a little credit. They've been able to shut off a lot of those offensive lanes for Adams, but obviously that early goal for Adams kind of changes the tone of this game a little bit. Now they have to try and not just cut off those offensive lanes, look for a late opportunity. They have to try to tie this one up, get themselves back into it. Here's a cross on net. That one kicked away, not out of trouble quite yet, though. Here's Sanduk. Cole Cosmano. Deep throw. Oh, opportunity there, but just chipped wide. And a look at a very disappointed Ryan Ahmed. Had that one knuckle right in front of him. Tried to use the knee to sneak that one inside the bar, but just a little bit wide, and it remains a 1-0 game. And that's kind of a look inside of this matchup here tonight. Score on the board, not really reflective of the flow of this game. Troy has had multiple opportunities in really good spots, but either due to one, unlucky breaks, or two, very good goaltending from Reed Dennis, just haven't been able to crack the code. Can they here? Kamagunga. Looked like he was pulled down, but nothing called. And Troy right now dealing with a refereeing crew, which is letting them play a little bit here tonight. Obviously, depending on what crew you have throughout the course of the season, you kind of get a better understanding as to who's going to let the boys play a little bit and who's going to whistle certain things down. And a lot of that activity inside of the box for both of these two teams. A couple of players getting upended, but that whistle has remained silent. Here as we approach 10 minutes into the second half. Chance for Troy, drive on net, but a save by Dennis. Mateo Coronado worked his way free, but couldn't net it. Good persistence keeping with that one. Reed Dennis just a little bit better. Extending out to punch that one out of bounds. It results in a corner here for Troy High. Clay Cosmano, the one to line it up. On goal. Cleared out of trouble just momentarily, though. Kamagunga takes it on his foot. They try to find him back out wide. Now a turnover in a good spot. And Adams calling for an offsides, and they'll get one. A little convincing from the team in white. All of them simultaneously throwing their hands up. Just caught Kamagunga with his hand in the cookie jar. Ball ping-ponging around here towards midfield. Kamagunga. You have to imagine he's going to break free at some point in this first half. This one chipped back towards the middle. That back line holding strong here for Adams. Coming up for Troy, though, a healthy slate of home games. Got Fenton coming up in 2 days. That will be another home game. Then on the road against Berkeley. But then it's right back in the friendly confines of the Colts home stadium. Grand Blanc, Oxford, Clarkston, all of them at home, all consecutively. Donato denied by a slide tackle. ROK says that's not okay. Slides in, sends that one out of bounds. A free kick here for Troy. Now 12 minutes into the second half, so free kick here for Troy and Simeon Kolov. Not exactly sure what happened on that play. Maybe an offsides call, I believe. That may have been the case. Kolev powers this one back out towards midfield. A lot of talented players on both sides in this game here tonight. Of course, if you're listening or watching this game, opportunity for you to get a little bit more exposure. Do it with the Michigan Soccer Network. They offer highlight packages for recruiting. Opportunity to put yourself on the map, give recruiters an opportunity to find you. And the reality is in the day and age of social media and cameras and getting everything on camera, it's a true opportunity to allow MSN to give you the chance to get a leg up in the recruiting process and get your name out there. Race for the ball in the defensive zone for Troy. They whistle it back to Kolev, who sizzles one back towards midfield. Opportunity here for Adams. Lilla. What will be a corner kick coming up here for Adams. On the other side for Adams High School, though, couple of road matchups after this game here tonight. Bloomfield Hills, Birmingham Seaholm. Trying to take a commanding 2-0 advantage here on this corner. Just over 12 minutes and a half, number 2 under the night sky here in Troy, Michigan. Far side. Fight for the ball here. Getting it taken off of his foot, Brendan Duff. Troy tries to flip field positioning. And after those couple of road matchups for Adams, back home against Utica Ford, Berkeley, on the road against Lake Orion, and then at home against Ann Arbor Huron before wrapping up against U of D Jesuit on the road on October the 7th. A couple of winnable games there towards the end of the season. Clarkston, third to last in the OAA Red. Birmingham Seaholm having a tough start to their conference slate, just 0-1-2 on the season thus far. Of course, everybody in the conference right now chasing the team that trails 1-0 in this ball game. About 15 minutes into the second half. Can they generate something here, though? Race towards the net. Another save by Dennis. Rebound opportunity, and it hits a defender in front. Clay Cusmano shut down by Reed Dennis yet again. Kamagunga thought maybe he had a chance, but saw it spike off of a wall of white in front of the goal. Here's another look at it. Cusmano right in front of the net. Dennis closing the distance, able to go down and get that one. By the way, that was Mateo Coronado, not Cusmano. Correction on that one. And now I'm being told that there was actually a card handed out, so make it our fourth card of this game. I think this one means a little bit to these two teams. That's now 2 aside for both Adams and Troy. Kamagunga.
Get ahead on this.
Kamagunga towards the goal. Headed up and out of bounds. It'll result in a corner. We can take another look at exactly what happened after that play. A conversation ensuing with our referee. And there's the card. So clearly some words were exchanged. And it results in a Troy player getting sent off the pitch. Kamunga again. Bodies in front. Headed away momentarily, still in trouble though. Andrew Pulowski was the one there. Now another one in front, and it's sent over the goal. Reed Dennis was out of position, but they still couldn't net it. Dennis coming out aggressively, gets knocked down momentarily by Laro Kay. And then the second chance with a clear goal in front from Hakeem Mala. Air mails it over the net, and time again, Troy has had chances. But once again, can't come through. Reed Dennis. Sometimes they say it's better to be lucky than good, but sometimes it's better to be a little bit of both. And Reed Dennis has been a little bit of both in this one here tonight. Physicality in this game continuing to pick up, though. 3 yellow cards on the side of Troy High, 1 on the side of Rochester Adams. Reed Dennis waiting patiently to boot this one away. Clock stopped at 57:02. And if Dennis can hold strong here tonight, it will add to what has already been a very good season so far for him. Adams has only given up more than 1 goal in 1 game so far this season. That one coming back against Troy Athens back on September the 10th. And obviously Athens, a program you also can't sleep on. Won the state championship just a season ago. 6-1-2 so far in the regular season. 2-1-1 in conference play. So kind of right in lockstep with this Adams program. Out of bounds along the far side. Troy gets the ball back. But look at the beautiful football and soccer facility here at Troy High School. It's one thing you'll notice about Troy. It's a pretty good athletic facilities here. They've done a couple of renovations to the football stadium throughout the course of the years. Obviously, this place has hosted a lot of postseason soccer throughout the seasons. Actually, I have a close friend who played at Troy High School years ago. Talked about the intensity of these in-conference games. Obviously, always intense, but it's a big difference between the non-conference showdowns and when you finally get into OAA red play. The intensity in general just picks up. And I've done a lot of soccer over the last couple of years. I haven't seen 4 yellows in quite some time. Deep lob, good spot. Logan Lilla reverses it. Donato tries to find a white jersey in front, but it sputters its way back towards the 30. Troy trying to create something the other direction, almost halfway into the second half. And I'm not quite sure what that was. Is that Corey Bird playing some games with us over there? I don't get stumped very easily. I was very stumped. Let's see if he has any more surprises in his back pocket. Corey Bird just trying to add some comedic relief here in half number 2. It's a little too tense in here. Of course, you have to assume the next goal for either of these two sides might be the one to just ice this game away. It has been a long, physically grueling matchup between these two sides, and as we said a little bit earlier, the score doesn't always reflect exactly how the game has gone, and as of right now, it's certainly not doing this game justice, at least on the Troy side. But whatever they've tried throwing at Reed Dennis tonight, just simply not working. Both teams getting a couple of substitutions onto the field. Once again, wanted to extend a big thank you to everybody joining us here on the Michigan Soccer Network here tonight. Give us a follow on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Twitter or X, whichever one you prefer, whatever the kids are calling it these days. Get up-to-date information, not only on this game, but also the other games going on MSN and across the MHSAA here tonight. New ranking show every single week, so we'll see how this conference matchup, as well as some of the other ones across the OAA Red, kind of shake things up as we head into future weeks. Of course, I got the opportunity last night, Forest Hill Central taking on Holland. It was actually ranked number 1 in the most recent MSN rankings, and Forest Hill Central under the direction of Josh Kramer. They have really found their momentum and their groove as of late. At a 5-0 win in that ball game last night. Eli Lipke adding 4 goals which is a career high. Adams with numbers, quickly shut down. Pelosi trying to clear the area. Donato chasing after that one as it trickles out of bounds back into the possession of the Colts. Now inside of 20 minutes to go here in the second half. 20:18 to play. But Lipke had 4 goals. Andrew Moeller adding an assist as well as a goal and a penalty kick in that one, and a 5-0 shutout for FHC. Coronado centers it, nobody there. Of course, the #1 teams across the state right now, Portage Central, really handling things at the Division I level. A lot of these teams that we see, these two here tonight, Adams and Troy, both chasing PC. Right now hanging on to that #1 spot in Division I. In Division II, it's Holland, obviously with that loss last time out against Forest Hills Central. Gonna have to take a deep look inside and try and figure some things out. They won a state title in 2017, and obviously they've been in the picture ever since, but anytime you fall 5-0 in a game, you have to use that more as a learning experience, and it's a lot to learn for that Holland team after that ball game last night. At the Division III level, Detroit Country Day and then Lansing Christian leading the way in the Division IV rankings. Adams probing here. Graham Bauman got a little shoulder check from behind. Maxwell Kraft trying to get crafty with the defense. Lowers the boom from the back. Graham Bauman rolls it out here for a set piece. Can Troy figure out a way to knot this one up at 1? Cole Casmano towards the goal and quickly handled, that time by Adams. Donato tries to save this one off of his knee, out of bounds, back into the possession of the Colts. Top 10 right now in Division I, according to MSN, though. Again, we talked about Portage Central, Northville, right up behind them. Troy High in #3. Looking to maintain that spot with a win here tonight, trailing 1-0, so got a little bit of work to do. You figure if they're able to come back and at least draw this game, I don't think that would drop them in the standings at all. At the very least, it would help them maintain that undefeated record so far in the 2024 campaign. Donato, good turnover. With the left, flips it towards the middle. Quickly cleared away here by the Colts. Graham Bauman, shifty, trying to surgically move his way through that defensive Adams as they force him to move the ball back out here. Flutters its way inside the 10 as it's very quickly cleared away back towards the 50. Approaching just 15 minutes to go in this game as whistle draws the play to a close here momentarily. Few substitutes into the game for both sides. Johnny Worrell onto the pitch for Troy. Noah Kamagunga alongside his brother Nick Kamagunga. Both into the ball game here for the Colts. Right in behind Northville in those D1 rankings. Troy, Oxford behind them. Plymouth at number 5. Troy Athens at number 6. Adams at 7, Grand Blanc at 8, Berkeley at 9, and then Byron Center over on the west side of the state, who's been playing some good soccer to begin this season, rounding out that top 10 in Division I. Troy trying to generate something here. Out of bounds near side. For Rochester, Adams, though, we were talking about this a little bit in length during the first half. Got 5 kids back from the MLS next level. All of whom are going division. Oh, there goes Corey again. Never mind, I don't think that's Corey anymore. I believe I know who the culprit is. One of our producers is getting bored of what I'm talking about. And I think that was JT. Oh, there it is again. Neither of my producers believe me when I'm telling you. Me and everybody at home right now is seeing what's going on. Not the guys in charge of the show. Oh. Both telling me to button it up a little bit. All right, here we go. Inside of 14 minutes to go in the second half. Just one goal separating these two teams. It's the forward that will be going to the Ohio State University. Salvatore Donato, who's made the difference. Kamagunga whistles one wide. Goal kick here for Reed Dennis. And look for Adams to still apply some consistent pressure and put in that second goal. That might give them the opportunity to ice this one. But inside of 13 minutes, a goal here for Troy might create a brand new ball game, and then at that point, who knows? And obviously in a conference that is so competitive like this one, oftentimes the difference between the top teams in the OAA Red is one lucky break, one lucky call, one lucky bounce. You know, you can do everything you can to prepare yourself to be in the right spots. You can do what Rochester Adams did for the most part and get the Avengers together. But even then, sometimes it comes down to getting the lucky breaks when you need them. Troy hasn't gotten them in this game so far. A few substitutions checking in. That clock continues to wind. Talking during that first half, though, Josh Hickey, the head coach of this Rochester Adams team, has been coaching them since 2008. 16 years as the man in charge of that team. And has created really a perennial contender over for the Highlanders. Of course, a little bit of a change in the culture as well as the coaching staff over at Troy High. Adam Spink's second season. We're talking about his international experience, was actually born in England. Played there, played in Spain, played in the UEFA League, then ended up coming over to the United States and working primarily in the state of Michigan before assuming this role as the head coach of the high school team here. Deep feed up ahead, too strong, Reed Dennis. Trying to find Graham Bauman. Was Troy on that one. And they have generated a couple of one-on-one opportunities. You saw earlier Mateo Coronado actually had a breakaway chance. But excellent goaltending by Reed Dennis to shut things down. So we are now officially 10 minutes away from the end of this one. Donato with room. Ooh, tries to cross, but right into the chest. Leo Pinoza. Rather, Aiden Zajic. Chase Blackmore rolls it in. Brendan Duff works it back towards midfield. Inside of 10 minutes now, just about 9 minutes to go. Adams controlling it in their own zone. Logan Lilla. Little hand fighting with Andrew Pulowski, and now we will see our 5th yellow card of this game. And a red. Inside of 10 minutes until the end of this game, and Adams is going to have to play down a man. And yeah, that's as close to a tackle as you can get. And Adams will have to play down a man inside of 10 minutes to go. So in a night that has been filled with unlucky breaks for Troy, a chance to play on the power play in the last 9+. 9:06 until we call it quits. This one whistled down. They're going to give an opportunity for both teams to get some substitutions into the game. That was actually Logan Lilla, who got a straight red on that play. So wasn't given a yellow earlier in the game, was given the yellow and then subsequently given the red card on that play. And for a senior, obviously a heart-to-heart conversation coming up with Josh Hickey at the end of this game, even if they do end up pulling it out. A little bit of a back and forth exchange, and to those of you viewing, obviously we saw on the replay in slow motion, it was going both ways, but get another look at it here. You know, the old adage is they never see the action, they always see the reaction. There's a pull, a bump, and again, it kind of ends up wrestling his man down to the ground. What looked like LaRoche on the other side for Troy, or rather Pulowski. And as frustrating as that may be for Logan Lilla, again, just another lesson, and they might be the first one to do something, but if you react to it, especially that way, that's going to draw the attention of the referee every time. And an unfortunate break for Adams at this point of the game. Certainly a learning lesson on that play. Obviously, we told you guys during pregame, this is a matchup that never lacks for physical plays. Now with just 9:05 left to go in regulation, expect to see that pick up a little bit. Adams going to have to work overtime to make sure they keep it out of the net. Here we go. Out of bounds, far side. Just past the 71st minute. One of the other score updates is here's one loft on goal. In front, Dennis punches it away. Leaping past a cutting Nick Kamagunga. And a two-handed slap. Cutting off that offensive opportunity, gets it back to Adams. Here's we approach the 72nd minute. And the one thing that Reed Dennis understands uniquely in his position, learning how to play big and play up. Cutting off a lot of those chances. This one scooted on net, but wide of the goal. We are inside of 8 minutes, now 7:55. By the way, over in the OK White Conference, Bloomfield Hills taking on, or rather the OAA White, Bloomfield Hills taking on Royal Oak tonight. Right now it's Bloomfield Hills with a 2-1 lead in that ball game. Adams playing it short. And I would expect that methodical approach here moving forward. Not trying to play with fire and be caught off guard, especially down a man in these waning moments. Dennis way out of his crease, but able to get to that one as he takes a shot in the process. Mateo Coronado lowered the boom. And I wish I could tell you what's going on here. I don't know if there was a card assigned. But nonetheless, Dennis able to draw the contact. And after we saw red on that last play against Adams, you have to imagine that there might be some disciplinary action after that one. Try to get confirmation of what exactly the result of that play was. Giving an opportunity for both teams to get some substitutions on here. Approaching the last 5 minutes of this game. Adams back into their own defensive zone. And if you're Josh Hickey tonight, head man here for this Rochester Adams team, one way to get a team to gel and start moving in the right direction, maybe put a run together towards the end of the season, is to eke out a close victory like this one. Trying not to speak too soon. Charging into the Troy zone. Feet ahead. White jerseys in front. Turnaround shot, can't get through. Rebound opportunity cleared away. Brendan Duff shifts it right side to Brian Yu. Another deep lob on net. Header in front. Opportunity there, and it's diving. Simeon Kolev makes the stop. Makes contact with a cutting Adams player. A good show of sportsmanship. Kolev helping him back to his feet. Maybe a little knee-to-knee contact on that one, and that stings. I believe that was Logan Lilla right in the heart of that play. Quickly approaching, just 5 minutes to go. Dennis cuts off that opportunity. No need to try and take any deep lobs towards net, not at this point. Obviously Adams not known for playing conservatively, but right now just playing a little small ball. Opportunity here, a feed, a shot, and a save. Simeon Kolev off the foot of Anthony Page. Couldn't sneak that one through. That would have been maybe the deciding goal in this game. Brendan Stewart cutting off Brian Yu. The one goal making a difference in this one. Anthony Pesentini with the assist. Just 5:58 into this game. Salvatore Donato made it a 1-0 game for Adams. So far, that's all they've needed. What will happen in these final 3 minutes? Offsides infraction against Adams. Lilla tossing the ball away here. Trying to play a little stall ball. 3 minutes left to go in this game. Correction a little bit earlier. We said that Lilla was actually the one that got the red card. He was not the one that got the red card, so I wanted to make that correction. Lilla is still in the game. The important part is Adams is still playing a man down. But with just 3 minutes left to go in this game, trying to hold tight. Earn the victory over Troy. Maybe move their way up the rankings as they try to build on the culture and the camaraderie of this team. As they try to get back to a state championship victory like in 2022. No time to waste. Simeon Kolev rolls it out. Maxwell Kraft kicks it out here near side. Troy pretty much playing all the way up now. No options. Reed Dennis, who if this score stays the way it is, will undoubtedly be our player of the game here tonight. Directing traffic as he gets ready to boot it towards the other half. What an opportunity for us to watch the talented Reed Dennis tonight. And obviously keep your eye out for him in soccer circles here in the coming years. Can Adams put one more in for good luck? Player tripped up in the box, but nothing called. 90 seconds. Kamagunga. Back towards the middle they go. The other of the Kamagungas. Pass too strong for him. Taken back, now sent on goal, headed away just momentarily. Another header, and this time Dennis steps into it. So long, so quick, and that anticipation really carrying this Adams team. We are inside of a minute to go in this one. Troy came into this matchup unblemished in conference play, 3-0-0, and unblemished in the 2024 season, 6 straight wins. It was Adams who's had a couple of tough matchups, who's looking to deliver that first blow to the Colts here in 2024, trying to hold on these last seconds. And that might do it. Cleared back down the field all the way to Kolev, who lobs it the other direction as the final seconds tick away. And Rochester Adams delivers Troy High their first loss of the 2024 season. Down goes number 3 as Adams is able to hold on for the 1-0 victory here on the campus of Troy High. What an unbelievable game. Salvatore Donato, Anthony Pesentini, the only connection in this game. 5:58 in. 1 goal was all they needed because it was Reed Dennis. Here's another look at it. Winning the race, chipping it up over the head of the goaltender and Kolev to score that first goal. But let's keep in mind, Troy had plenty of opportunities in this one. A header. Here's save number 1 by Dennis. One of the bigger ones here tonight. Then it was a breakaway opportunity and a point-blank save off of a shot by Coronado. Once again, then a rebound opportunity. Good job by Adams' defense stepping up, and then this was the big one. Wide open goal. Pulowski Couldn't find the range, sent it over top of the net. And another look at the deciding goal here tonight. Salvatore Donato, future Ohio State Buckeye, makes it a 1-0 lead early in the ball game. That's all Adams needed to hold on. Well, sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're good, sometimes you're a combination of both, and Adams certainly needed both of that here tonight to get the win. One last time here from Troy High School, 1-0 win for Adams. Look for them on the upcoming MSN rankings show, see if they can bump their way up as they take down number 3 in the state of Michigan in the Division I in Troy High School, who suffers their first loss on the season. Well, a great battle here tonight. Want to thank everybody that joined us here on the Michigan Soccer Network. Once again, go to YouTube, subscribe. Also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And until we talk to you guys next time, one last time, 1-0 win for Adams. And until we talk to you guys next time, so long, everybody.
He'll cut it back on his left foot.